Wednesday Season 2 – Everything You Need to Know. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about everything you need to know about Wednesday Season 2. Let's get right into it. Release date: Wednesday has only been billed for one season as of now, but all of those loose ends suggest that the creators have bigger plans than a single outing. Alfred Goh, the series co-creator, addressed the possibility of expanding the franchise in an interview, saying, "Miles and I are talking amongst ourselves about it. There's definitely more that you can explore in the world of the Adamses." While Goh's sentiment is broad and could lead to further investigation of other Addams stories, it appears highly unlikely that the duo would leave Wednesday's story unfinished. It's also impossible to ignore the fact that Wednesday has been one of Netflix's biggest hits of the year, not least because of its extended life on social media. Netflix's head of US and Canada scripted series, Peter Friedlander, told Variety, "It's encouraging and exciting to see how much engagement there is." He then added, "How much people want to not only come to Netflix, but to finish these shows and then talk about them." He then said, "Engagement, that's what we're pouring all our efforts into." He then said, "It's not just the dance, it's people dressing up and buying makeup and wanting to look like Wednesday Addams. The resurgence for me, it's something that's been in the culture for a long time, but never this profound. It's something that we want to study and understand why this is such a phenomenon." Friedlander wouldn't be drawn on the chances of renewal, saying, "I have nothing to confirm at this time. I am optimistic about Wednesday, we'll leave it at that. Our interpretation is that it is definitely coming back, they just haven't finalized the contracts yet." Cast: It is unfathomable not to have Wednesday and her right-hand Thing return for a Season 2, so we hope that Ortega and Thing-hand Victor Dorabant will be keen to reprise their role. Her almost love interest, Xavier Thorpe, played by Percy Hines White, is bound to join her. Rejected but not forgotten, the poor guy may have a chance now that Tyler is out of the picture. Or is he? Wednesday's sort of boyfriend turned villain of the piece was detained when we last saw him, but something tells us that the guttural growl he emitted at the end could lead to a breakout. If that's the case, we can accept Hunter Doohan to return to his Hyde persona for Season 2. Christina Ricci's oily Miss Thornhill could make a comeback if her ambitions aren't realized. Gwendolyn Christie's Larissa Weems may have bitten off the big one, but her death was a little ambiguous. It's possible she could return. After all, resurrections are a thing in this world, and her story arc did seem somewhat cut short. However, The Sandman has been renewed for a second season, so there may be scheduling conflicts. Fingers crossed that this isn't the case, because Christie is addictive as both Lucifer and Weems, and we need both. Poor Dr. Kimbot's fate was not so ambiguous. Ricky Lindholm's character, slashed and gashed, is unlikely to have survived the Hyde attack and will thus likely not return for Season 2. Plot: When we mentioned loose strings, we were left flapping in the breeze. The discovery on Wednesday that her boyfriend was the monster terrorizing Nevermore was the kind of heartbreak she didn't seem to enjoy, despite her penchant for pain. As a double dose of betrayal, he was being controlled by Miss Thornhill, a teacher favorite who turned out to be a bitter normie with a vendetta against the outcasts. We doubt Tyler will continue to be her controlled pet, but we're almost certain he escaped and will reappear in Wednesday's life. Although whether he is a friend, lover or foe has yet to be determined, Tyler actor Hunter Doohan has his own theories about his character's fate. Doohan told Digital Spy in an exclusive interview that Tyler had escaped the clutches of the law. He said, "I do think he escaped at the end. And when I read that on the page, I was so excited. I was like, come on, don't be dead, don't be dead." When it comes to determining which version of Tyler we will see in Season 2, his remarks about his Season 1 arc shed some light. Doohan said, "I think he was being controlled by Miss Thornhill." Doohan then added, "Then he had to go manipulate Wednesday to carry out their plan, and I think he did a pretty good job with that. If he was indeed being manipulated, it could mean that redemption is on the cards for him. That is, if he can break free from Miss Thornhill's grip. However, there may be other villains to keep an eye on. The ominous presence of the Morning Songs, a cult-like group run by Bianca Siren's mother, capable of luring in new members, was mentioned a few times in the show. Bianca was coerced into joining them by her mother in order to strengthen their persuasive case. There is definitely room and potential for them to be elevated to main villain status in Season 2. Watch this space. The mystery texter is one thing that definitely needs to be cleared up. Not long after Xavier gifts her a brand new phone, Wednesday receives a cryptic, threatening text message, complete with stalkery photos of herself. The sender is unknown, but it's exactly the kind of danger that will set Wednesday's soul on fire. It will also undoubtedly help set the wheels of a Season 2 story in motion. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.